Hey everybody, we're going to be talking about the Easter episode of Bob's Burgers. Don't go away, because we're going to be talking about it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I just wish that I could have Linda's energy when she's singing this song.
Yeah, she's going for it.
Yeah, she was just screaming at and banging on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my god! If you don't know what we're talking about, you clearly didn't watch the Bob's Burgers episode.
Footloose, but on the wall to Amadeus.
Yeah, it was insane. But hello, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. We are talking about Bob's Burgers, episode 16, eggs for days, which there was a ton of eggs in this episode.
Yeah, for literal days.
No, correct.
Yeah.
I am your host, Alexis Torres. As you can see, I am not an Emma Fife because she is out traveling doing the thing.
Being Emma Fife.
Yeah, no, it's being amazing. You can find me all over social media at atorres890, but I have my partner in crime here, Andrew Mena.
What's up, guys? I'm that person, Andrew Mena. You can find me on Twitter at Andrew Mena, maybe on Instagram at @TheAndrewMena, maybe at my website at www.andrewmenacomedy.com, and maybe you just Google me. Who knows?
Yeah, it comes up.
I don't know you unless I do.
Yeah, and then get to know us by following us on the
follow us on the
stuff.
Yeah. Leave us a review, and then we'll maybe read it and have a really warm feeling.
Oh my god, I love those.
In our hearts.
In the hearts.
Yeah.
In the heart space.
Yeah, and you'll affect us the way that Bob's affects us all.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
So, how did Bob's Burgers today affect you?
You know what? I thought it was really fun, and I honestly thought that they did this wonderful thing that this genre of show, the kind of animated TV family show, does really well, which is making something really silly and trivial and goofy, egg hunting and the goofiness that can come from losing one egg.
Oh god.
About family relationships and about the kids literally have that speech at the end, not to jump to the end, but where they're we do this thing for you because you like it.
Yeah.
We hate it, but we do it because we love you.
Yeah.
So that's,
which is pretty normal for kids, adults, teens, whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard.
It's pretty standard, but it's still just it's I love the sentiment, and I just think it's so well done in this episode, and the kids are the ones who have to be like, guys, come on. We're just doing this because we love you. And NBD, guys.
Yeah.
NBD. Yeah,
and it was very adult of them. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be for everybody. It might just be for me. But I've never had an Easter, ever since I was little, my brothers, cousins, whatever. Never done an egg hunt with actual real eggs.
Me neither.
So I thought it was weird.
That's another thing. Maybe that's a thing that people grew up with where they actually use real eggs, but I've always had the little plastic ones with something inside or whatever.
And I've painted real eggs.
Yeah.
And so that is a thing, but as soon as we were we painted them, we either got rid of them or ate because most of the time you would make them in school and you would eat them right away,
right?
Which I hated because I don't like eggs.
I'm not a fan either.
Yeah. Oh thank God.
Gene gets down on that egg.
Yeah. Hey, he put hot sauce and everything.
I was actually thinking maybe I'll try it a Gene way now.
Yeah, maybe it'll be much better. I mean, I'm trying, guys. I can't get through it. I have to put a crap ton of ketchup, salsa, guac, whatever, something on top of it for me to eat it.
I'm really bad at actually opening up the shell, when it's hard-boiled.
There's a way to do that. Yeah. I can't remember what the thing is, but I think if you take just a few shell pieces off the top, and I don't remember what you're supposed to do, but you could actually blow and it the egg just falls out.
Oh my god! Just use your magic.
Yeah, I'll have to send you that video because it's weird. I don't know how to do that, but I've seen it and I'm like, what? But anyway,
eggs, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you guys are in the chat or send us a tweet, or if you're watching later, put in the comments down below, because this is the first time where I'm like, do they actually hide real eggs? Because that was my first thought. I'm like, that would suck if you hit an egg so well and then have to find it later.
Yeah.
Gross.
Is that
gross?
It just brings. I gotta believe that that's a real thing.
Yeah, I'm going to assume because I mean, Bob's Burgers is really good about sticking to reality in their own way, but I feel like that's a thing, and I just want to know who does it or who has done it.
Where
Emma Five would, because Emma Five is so awesomely eccentric that she probably was like, "Yeah, you guys didn't do that growing up.
Yeah, you guys didn't grow some of the eggs were hard boiled and some of them were just straight up raw."
Oh my god, can you imagine you reach in and you're like, "Oh, I found it though. I
found it. Ooh,
it's kind of gross, but I found it." For iTunes listeners, I was waving my hand I had yolk on my hand.
Yeah.
Also, hello iTunes listeners.
Hi iTunes listeners.
So this
Thanks
was
for
called. Sorry.
Inviting us into your cars or headphones or
I do like that, the ear spaces, ear holes.
This is our sweet and sultry public radio voice.
That's why I love you and Tari as like best friends, because like you guys doing a radio show that was down here would be phenomenal.
We should do that sometime.
Yeah.
Next time we're doing a thing.
I agree. So eggs for days. So obviously it's Easter time, egg hunt, and apparently it's an annual Belcher tradition for mom and dad, Linda and Bob, to sit there and write their M or D on their eggs and see who can hide the best eggs and who is, I guess, pretty much. If they, if they find the last egg,
the last egg that gets found wins.
Yeah, wins. So that because they hit it the best, which is scary because these are children. So if if you've been at it since 7 a.m. and don't get done till 8:30 p.m., I'm surprised that the kids will actually last that long.
Yeah, me too.
So I totally understand where the kids are coming from. We're like, we hate this. This is terrible. But Tina, being the voice of reason, was like, no, we gotta do it. It's for mom and dad. They love it.
Let's make them happy.
Let's make them happy, which I was with Louise. I was like, girl, I'm done. Just give me the candy.
Yeah.
So they go off to bed. Linda pulls out a very interesting bottle of purple something,
Oh my gosh.
which I was like, okay, I know that there's a thing called purple drink, but I actually think that Linda found it, and it's scary.
It's like nasty jelly bean schnapps that she got from this parking lot. I loved that they were like, oh, what does it say on the label? She's like, oh, the label's stuck on with tape. Like,
just like you didn't even
a real label.
You didn't notice that when you bought it from some person in a parking lot.
I feel like it's probably that like Skittle booze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, this jelly bean alcohol or schnapps is 100 proof.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't think that's legal. I really don't.
I mean, I think it's probably legal.
But I don't think you should be drinking anything
Maybe
that's
not.
100 proof. That's practically drinking.
151 isn't 151 151 proof?
I mean,
or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that?
I don't drink alcohol,
I don't
guys.
know proofs,
I'm
guys.
terrible with that.
We assume it's bad.
I mean, I've had a 90 proof moonshine, and I thought I was going to die. It felt like I was drinking actual rubbing alcohol. It was disgusting.
So we can only assume 100 is much worse.
Yeah, and I wouldn't drink that. I mean, for them, they were like, oh, God, oh, that's pretty good.
And they pay for this, too, because the next morning, I love this. I wrote this down. They both look like Nick Cage. You guys both look like, don't take this the wrong way, but you both look like Nick Cage right now.
I was like, what does that mean specifically? Because Nick Cage has done a lot.
Yeah. It means you've seen some things.
It's pretty terrible.
Through a couple things.
Oh God! But I love that. But I love that it was Tina that brought that up. It wasn't Louise. It wasn't Jean. It was Tina.
That makes it the best.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
I think that's my favorite line from Tina so far.
Yeah.
But so pretty much they wake up hungover and just like, this was the worst idea ever, but they have to continue. We're ready to go. And the kids were raring to do it. They were like, yeah, let's see what they have for us. And they've been going looking for eggs till 6:30. And Bob and Linda at this point, even though they're extremely hungover and probably still a little drunk at this point in time, they were like, no, we are in full competition mode. No time for sleep. Like, we need to just get into it.
Yep.
And then they found the last egg. It was in the flour bag, and it was Bob's.
Yes.
So
and it was all solved until.
Well, yeah, they woke up the next morning and they're like, "Oh,
What's that smell?"
And I love how they're like, "Okay, we gotta check out our usual suspects: Tina's armpits, Tina's
jeans something,
something, and Tina's shoes." And he's like, "Oh, all good options." And we found out, no, it's neither.
It's an egg somewhere, and we couldn't find out where.
Did you have any like implications of or like not predictions, but like theories of where this egg was?
I honestly didn't, because I wasn't really
paying attention.
No, I mean, I just didn't think that there was anything. Maybe I missed it if they did like foreshadow like pretty well.
I don't think they did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, okay, an egg. I don't know, man. I just thought it was gonna be somewhere kind of funny and silly, and like I didn't know if it was. I hoped it was kind of Linda, but I didn't know if it was gonna be Bob or Linda.
I mean, it would have been funny if it was Bob, I think, because the fact that Bob's like, I won, and it's like, no, you really didn't. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of like trying to figure out, hoping that it was gonna be somewhere like really, really silly, like the toilet or something like that. But no, it wasn't. But I wasn't expecting our twist, which was our raccoon family.
Yeah,
that was
big baby pudding snatcher.
I love that. I even wrote it up there.
So
I put baby pudding snatcher up there, but I forgot to put big. But like, I loved how I thought Teddy was kidding, because he reaches into the air vent because Linda has a vision, not a vision, but like she's recollecting what happened from last night by smelling the schnapps, which I was like, why do you still have this bottle? Get rid of it. Jeez.
I'm amazed they didn't finish it, but I guess if they finished it, they might be dead.
They might be dead. So I'm really glad that they didn't. But at the same time, I'm like, they're cartoons.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
So yeah, Teddy reaches his arm into the vent and pretty much gets scratched up. But I thought he was kidding.
Yeah.
When he was like,
I thought it was a
like,
bit for a second too, but he actually straight up gets scratched.
No, like, but I love how he was like, also, is the restaurant opening? Are you guys good?
I love
what's
that
story
flip.
about?
That was so perfect.
like,
What's the story on lunch, guys?
Yeah, we doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty much we find out that there's something in the crawl space, and apparently Bob knows about the crawl space. We don't talk about it.
We do have that episode in like
We
season
did.
1 where
We
he
did.
like gets stuck in the crawl space on purpose.
Yeah, which I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
I guess.
But
Yeah,
I like
you know
that.
the crawl space.
Yeah, but I love how like they brought that back, and they
Yeah.
also brought back the fact that Linda and Teddy are huge raccoon crazy people.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even remember what season that was, but I
Oh,
do
gosh.
remember that episode.
It's like peppered throughout. I love
was
it. Like
really good.
King Trashmouth, who they also mentioned in this
Yeah.
one. Like, oh yeah, I
It was
love that.
really nice. So we found out that yes, there is a raccoon. It's a mama raccoon who had 3 babies. But I love that they didn't know what to do and how to get it out because Fischoeder did drop by, which I thought was hella creepy that he was just peering in through their window.
It's super creepy.
Yeah, and he was just like, oh, I just saw you guys with sleeping bags. And I was just like, what the hell's happening? And
Yeah.
I was like,
I love the implication that
Creepy.
maybe he's upset because he's like, hey, you pay for a place to sleep upstairs. Like,
I know, why are you
this is
sleeping
not
in my
really a
re-
sleeping
yeah, I'm
spot.
like, why are you sleeping in the restaurant? And then
Yeah.
of course he finds out and he's like, yep, if you don't find that egg, I'm gonna burn your place down.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Teddy
Yeah.
mentions it earlier, and you're just like, okay, Teddy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that. I also love that Fischoeder lost 1996 to Schnapps. He doesn't know the Macarena. Don't tell him. He'll figure it
I
out.
didn't even know the Macarena started in 1996.
Oh, God,
I knew it was in
loved
the
it.
90s. I just didn't know when.
Yeah.
So I love that. I also want to know what his 1996 looked like.
Oh, it's just a blur of Schnapps and joy, and
Oh my god, I want to see. Maybe he bought the same schnapps from the same guy.
I wonder. Maybe maybe he made the Schnapps.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
And he's,
if
like,
he was
selling
like,
it to
"Here you
Linda."
go."
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hysterical.
He's selling it to Linda in like a fake mustache, and she's the only person in the family that would buy that.
That's actually very true.
That's
I can
my
totally see
headcanon
that.
now, guys. I love it.
But pretty much, but also like I also wrote on the whiteboard over here that says Teddy is the best BFF because he bought Bob his
An extra
own
jumpsuit. I loved
And he
it.
put what was it? It was thank God for Bob or thank God it's
TGIB.
Bob.
Yeah, thank God it's Bob.
He's-
You get it?
There
Oh.
are times when Teddy is just a ridiculous person, but there are also times I
He's
know
just the
actually every time
sweetest.
he's the
Yeah.
sweetest person to Bob, and he's like when they were like, oh, I'm trapped in a crawl space with a rotten egg and a raccoon and
your
best friend.
He's so sweet. Yeah, the tone of the way he said that was incredible.
So good.
Yeah.
It was wonderful, and I appreciated every minute of it. And yeah, it was great. So they figured out, and I don't know why I didn't think about this until they brought it up. I was like, why don't you just use pudding? Well,
Yeah.
use pudding. And I was like, oh
Yeah, it's in the name.
yeah. So then they brought down those pudding cups. They left. They got the rotten egg, and Teddy ran to the ocean to get rid of it.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved that he like legit like ran outside and was like,
I
get out of
didn't-
the way.
I didn't think he was actually gonna run
He did.
towards
Teddy
the
commits.
ocean, and
Yeah.
I was fine with that because I was like, yeah, nobody wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's fine. But overall, the East again. I think we've all three of us when I was here. Anytime we talk about the holiday episodes, are always so good.
Yes.
So it was really nice to see this cute little Easter episode because I can't remember the last Easter episode that we had that was like really substantial off the top of my head.
And I feel like this is a really successful episode just at being an episode in general, but also
Yeah.
like if I was like, oh, let's watch something on Easter, like there
this
you go.
This would
is the
definitely be
thing.
one of them
Yeah.
for sure, and I loved it.
Yes.
But we want to know what you guys think. I know that it was a little bit of a short episode because it was all one story. We didn't have an A, B, or C story. It was all kind of pushed together, which happens quite a bit during the holiday ones. But we want to know what you thought. Also, I want to know what your guys' Easter traditions are.
Yeah.
Let's change it up.
What kind of eggs do you hide? Do you
Yeah.
hide eggs? Are they plastic? Are they real? Tell
Yeah,
us.
I want to know. Or,
Ostrich eggs? What kind of
that,
fowl?
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
If you could pretend like they're dragon eggs or something.
That'd be so much more fun.
Yeah.
Let's start a tradition. Hashtag big eggs.
Yeah, I'm down.
And let's just start hiding
I'm down
big
for
old
that.
eggs.
And people are just gonna be like, "What is happening?" You're like,
be
kids, like, "I found it!" Like they find the small eggs, but then they have to find the one big egg, and that takes the cake. You
Yeah.
get like the biggest basket or
There's
something.
actually really cool stuff in the big egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Ready
I think
for that.
I think that's gonna be good.
New tradition.
But yeah, oh my god, I love that we just started that. Okay, but yeah, so guys, let us know what your Easter traditions are in the comments down below, and also tweet at us, where they can find you, Andrew Mena.
Find me on Twitter at Andrew Mena, or on Instagram at the Andrew Mena, or maybe do my website thing at www.andrewmenacomedy.com. Find me on other shows here. I'm talking about Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
We'll be back soon to talk about more Bob's Burgers, I think.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure because my recording ended, so I don't know if we're coming back next week or but we'll keep you updated.
We'll find out together.
Definitely follow Emma Fife because she's 23rd. Okay.
23rd.
Thank you so much, Voice of the Booth.
Thank you, Voice.
For doing that. So the 23rd. So we'll see you guys then. If you want to follow Emma Fife, if you're not already following her now, follow her at Emma Fife, where all Emma Fifes are sold. You can follow me at Torres890. Also doing a bunch of after shows. Into the Badlands has started, and it's awesome. On Wednesdays, Jedi Alliance on our sister Popcorn Talk Network as well. So definitely check those all out. And we will see you guys on the 23rd for the next Bob's Burgers. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.